Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Sunday, our pastor challenged us to share our testimony on a video and post it to social media. So this is the recording of my testimony. I wasn't raised in a Christian home. My mom worked a lot. My dad was an alcoholic, so he wasn't home a whole lot. I remember about 6 years old, the church bus, Winslow General Baptist Church bus, would come and pick us up, me and my older brother and sister. There were 8 of us, but there were only 3 of us home at that time. So anyway, they would come by and pick us up every Sunday. So from the time I was 6 until about 8, I got saved, got baptized, and then went to church, a little bit longer. But by the time I was 10, I was sneaking cigarettes, drinking, yes, at 10. So we didn't really have a whole lot of structure. So we moved to Gulfport when I was 12 and never really went back to church. My mom and dad both got cancer in the late 80s. Mom started going back to church. I would go with her, Easter, Christmas. And then when I'd go visit Indiana, I'd go to church with Mama, special occasions kind of thing. But never really knew God. I knew there was a God, but never really had a relationship with Him. Of course, if you would have asked me if I was saved, I would have said yes, because of what happened to me at 8, even though I definitely had no relationship with God. So about around the end of my parents passed away in the late 80s, and so I was just living life after that. I'd go to work, go home, I'd go out partying some, but not a whole lot. I wasn't a real big partier. On and off boyfriends kind of thing, just living life like most people do, going through the motions kind of thing. And then in the around 95, 96, I guess. My friend Angie got saved somewhere around in there, and I started going to like Bible studies and stuff with her and different churches and stuff, but never really plugged into anything. That's where I learned that you have to read the Bible every day, and so that stuck. Even though I was living with my boyfriend, I still made sure that I read my Bible. I'd come home drunk, still read my Bible, because that's what you have to do. So it was more of just a religious thing, not really doing it with the right heart and the right motive. I didn't really have a relationship with God. I did not know Him. So then November 1997, early that month, my grandmother passed away. So I was going to Indiana, told my boyfriend of 3 years not to be there when I got back. So we broke up. I got back and was just continued living my life, going to work kind of thing, coming home. I'd go out with the people from work, some, but that was basically my life. And then my friend Angie invited me to church again for like the thousandth time, and I went this time because I didn't have anything else to do. And so it was November 24th, 1997, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I sat there in the pew. I only knew Angie, and the pastor, who I now know as Pastor Van, put a microphone up and said, I think we all just need to come and tell what we're thankful for. So people started coming up one by one, saying things that they were thankful for. Of course, two people in particular. One lady got up and said that she was thankful that God showed her how to love her husband. And then the husband got up and said he was thankful that God showed his wife how to love him. And that was Lee and Kathy Rogers. But all these people just kept getting up and saying what they were thankful for, and they weren't saying anything, hugely elaborate. It was just truth, and they had so much joy. And I sat in the pew and just bawled, just cried, and then went home that night, was sitting in my chair and was still just weeping, just like, I knew that there was something missing, and whatever it was that they had, that's what I was missing. And so I knelt down by my chair, and that's exactly what I prayed. I was like, God, what they have, that's what I need. That's what I'm missing, that joy. And he gave me that joy. It was almost like a night and day thing. Now, that was 1997, so that was, this year will be 23 years ago. And I have not looked back since. I'm so thankful that God heard that prayer, just a simple prayer in an apartment. It wasn't, a repeating prayer. It was just a simple, heartfelt prayer that said, God, I need you. I need joy. There's something missing in my life, and I know that it's you, and that's what I need. And he heard that cry. It's simple. Jesus came to and died for our sins so that we wouldn't have to live a life of just going to work, coming home with no purpose. He wants to show you your purpose. And I believe that's what he did for me that day, and continues to do, continues to work in me and through me. And I'm so thankful that 22 and a half years ago, he changed my life. And I hope that when you see this, that it sparks something in you, that maybe you're missing something. And if so, that you just kneel down by your chair and say, God, I need that joy. I need whatever that is that's missing, and he'll do it. A simple prayer. And so this is my testimony. I hope it blessed you.